guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video, and by the title, this is a chit chat slash watch me go back to the 2000s. That is my favorite era as far as styles. 90s to 90s and early 2000s are like my favorite era. Not the way the men dressed, but the way the girls looked with the long nails, the big. We're gonna get into that. So it's also chit chat. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Mercury Retrograde. So, you know, that things that people talk about on Twitter. I love Twitter. I'm always on it. And the Mercury Retrograde lasted from July, beginning of July to the end of July. And I was like I'm gonna combat this, I'm gonna overcome this, and this is not going to define my life. But it kind of did. So overall, I've just been like a little bit more emotional than what I already am. And I also was kind of like just weird, like all over the place, and more weird than normal. When I mean by weird, I mean like just feeling down and everything. And then something really big happened at my job, and I was just like, okay, yeah, we need to this Mercury retrograde needs to be over. So at work, it's like it's 4 managers, and then it's like the store manager who's in charge of the 4 of us and the whole store. So we've been kind of like we have more places located at like we're at City Field, because we have a food stand at City Field, and we also have one at MTU by Coney Island. Anyway, besides that, one of our managers had to go to the hospital because of he had a back issue, and so did the store manager. So that was 2 managers out for a few weeks. Then I had 2 call outs because, again, I wasn't sick, but I wasn't feeling like myself, and I can't work when I'm down. Like, I can't work when I'm feeling down, and you know, I've always said I'm gonna put my mental health first. So I was just in bed, depressed, sad, all sorts of emotions. Like, I couldn't get out of bed, not even to eat, and I love to eat. I hope my mom doesn't see this. No, I'm kidding, but I was fine. But I'm fine now. But I was saying I was really sad. So this Mercury retrograde, so that's the least of what happened. So our last check of July, the owner of the store decided that he was going to give us handwritten checks instead of from ADP. So they sent us a message the day before payroll processes, like our paychecks come through, like, hey guys, the checks will be at the store. The checks will be at the store. If you need your pay stub, let me know. And that kind of brought up a red flag to me, because I was like, wait a second. Like, what do you mean to let you know if we want a pay stub? Like, you're supposed to give that to us regardless. It's not something that needs to be asked for. Like, what? Anyway, so me being me, like, I'm someone who needs proof of everything. Like, I need proof that my taxes were processed. I need proof of everything that goes on, and I like things to be legit, because I'm a law-abiding citizen. Anyway, so yeah, like, they were just like being really weird about it. And anyway, so she sent me my pay stub. So I got the pay stub. I'm like, this looks like it was written in Microsoft Excel. I mean, typed in Microsoft Excel and sent to me through a picture. Like, it was just weird as hell to me. I was like, what is this? And So yeah, I was just like, no, like this is not okay. This is not how we do things. Like, we have never done this before. And for those who don't know or may not know, ADP is a payroll agency. I mean, they do a whole bunch of other stuff as well, but they are a payroll agency that most companies use. They're the kind of like considered the #1 payroll agency in the country. And okay, so yeah, with that being said, I'm sorry, yeah, this is hurting me right now. With that being said, I was like what's going on, whatever. So I go to the store. I have to go in for work, and I asked everybody like, hey, how you guys feel about these handwritten checks and our pay stubs not saying ADP anymore, or we don't know, it looks like it was written on Microsoft Excel. Everyone was like, yeah, this is so weird, like what is going on, like how do I know my taxes were processed? Like, and he actually ended up missing 2 of my hours. I keep messing up here. I might have to fast forward this so I can focus on doing this correctly. Anyway, so yeah. So long story short, the other manager, she called the owner like, hey, we want to know what's going on with our pay stub. Like, this is extremely weird. Like, what's going on? So the owner was very defensive on the phone, and she had it on speaker, so we heard it, and we were like it was just so weird to me that how defensive he was. Like what are you hiding if you did everything correctly? And we were like, oh, we want our ADP information. Immediately, the owner of my job was like, oh, we didn't process through ADP. Why are you asking me these questions? This and that. And boom, he hung up the phone. We were like, wait a second. What? What's going on? Like, what the hell? Like, if you have nothing to hide, then like you could have just said, I'm trying something new or whatever. Anyway, so we already kind of felt weird about that. We're like, okay, so he's being a little too defensive about this. Like, what's going on? Like, what is he hiding? So yeah, we ended up closing the store, a strike. Like we're not gonna work for you if you're not doing this correctly. So we closed the store, turned off everything, the grill, the fryer, everything, and we went on a strike. And this was not just like the employees, it's also managers like me and the other manager that was there at the time. So yeah, so we waited like, I want to say 2 hours, maybe less than that, maybe an hour and a half, until and not to even mention, because I was in charge at that time, he sent me 2 threatened voicemails. Like, he sent me 2 voicemails. Like, he said the first voicemail was very like, Stacey, you know, Kim is screaming at me. If you have any questions about your pay stubs, please, I'll answer any questions. And then he sent me another voicemail like, oh, okay, and by the way, you are in charge of this shift, and blah blah blah. So we were like, he's like, basically said like, you're fired if the store is closed when I get there. So I'm not, well, it'll be closed when you get here, so I guess I am fired. And then so yeah, I was like, okay, I don't have a job, whatever, I don't care. I'm setting up for what's right. Like, you need to tell us like what's going on with our pay stubs. Like, you're not about to just have us in the dark. Trying to make sure it's like even for the most part, or not tell us anything about what's going on with our pay stubs. So the store manager gets there. She's like, I hope that he's calmed down, because I guess he was very upset. And then the owner gets there. The first thing he does is try to get the store back open. Everybody was like, no, that's not what we're doing right now. We need to handle the situation. So everybody had questions. Everybody was like, okay, so like what's going on with our taxes? And he's like, your taxes will be paid for. I don't have to do things through ADP. Oh my God, so many people were upset. It's not even funny. Like, I have, like, that meeting, that emergency meeting that was pulled was like, I have never seen sides to this before. I mean, to certain people before. I was just like, wait a second. Like, oh my God, there's this guy that I've worked with him since I started there. He's been there longer than me. And he raised his voice at him. He was going, like, he stood up for himself. Like, they're doing this wrong. They're trying to, because basically the point of him trying to cut ties with ADP is that he was going to try to find ways to save money because ADP costs a lot of money. And of course, from a business standpoint, I understand that, but the point is like, okay, where are our taxes going? Because I was like, you know, I don't mind getting paid off the books, but you're gonna have to pay me before taxes. You're not gonna tax on my money, and I don't know what you're doing with that money. Period. So he was like, oh, I will never pay you guys off the books. I said, okay, fine, whatever. So then come correct. Like, then let's do this thing legitimately. Like, I don't think any job nowadays pays handwritten checks. Like, there is backup for anything. Like, so yeah. So so that happened, and it ended with, we had an agreement that we would get our ADP codes, like, for each employee, so we can be able to sign in, because he said the only difference is I didn't do it through ADP. I didn't let ADP do it. I did it manually, but he still did it on ADP. The next day comes and it's the same thing. He's like, oh, I don't have time, I'm busy. We were like, excuse me, you made it a priority to get us our ADP information, so do that. So, oh, and I did not mention to you guys, I use the Pantene leave-on detangling milk to put leave-in in my hair, and I'm obviously doing 2 pigtails and this, and I'm gonna put this. And trying to do, you know, a fun look, a different look. I bought this in the beauty supply, by the way. So you guys kind of have an idea of what I'm doing now. So it was just so crazy. All of this, so you can try to find a way to save money, not give us direct deposit anymore, which sucks. And that's another thing. You know how some banks charge you if you don't get direct deposit? That would have been the case for so many people. My case, I don't think so, because the bank that I have, but anywho, so now he's saying that ADP is going to give us our payroll to the next pay. We're giving him to the next pay period for him to give us the payroll information. I mean, give us our other pay stub legitimately, not these Microsoft Excel pay stubs. So I am going to actually fast forward. So yeah, that's been the Mercury retrograde for me. Let me know if you even believe in Mercury retrograde. There's some people who don't believe it. Some of my friends were like, Stacey, girl, what is that? Like, because I do like astrology, and I do kind of believe it's true for some reason. Like, for many situations I have seen, like, okay, yeah, this has to be the Mercury retrograde. So I kind of do believe in astrology and stuff. This is, you know about this if you believe in astrology. So yeah, let me know about your Mercury retrograde. And I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this part of me putting the hair on. I do have a video of me of the braided ponytail, which is, I'm gonna have to start this over, which is like much more detailed. So yeah, I'll be back to show you guys the final look. so I am back, and I just went through the most. I had to go buy another pack, and the beauty supply is not like the closest to me, but I took a lift. Yes, I took a lift back and forth. I'm just trying to figure out why is it doing this to me. The rubber band had broke, so I have to get another pack. And I'm probably gonna have to smooth this down with gel or something, but I'll do that after. So I'm gonna be showing you guys just my eyeshadow. But yeah, like I was saying before about my job, like what's been going on lately, like I blame all of this on the Mercury retrograde. Yeah, so that's my Mercury retrograde. Do you guys believe in that? How has your month been? Even if you don't believe in it, like how has your month been? So yeah, July has just been weird for me, but again, I'm just like I'm working on, you know, having a positive mindset, because I tend to like complain a lot, and it's like I need to be grateful for my life right now, like regardless of anything. Like obviously I do not believe that I'll be 24 still working for food, but it's kind of like, you know, things happen for a reason. But anyways, yeah, so that's been my Mercury retrograde journey. We're supposed to have another Mercury retrograde really soon actually, but I'm hoping that it's not as bad as this one. So yeah, I'm almost done with this look. Almost done. Please do not follow my makeup routine, because it ain't it yet. I'm not there yet. I'm just like kind of showing you guys like the look, since this is a get ready with me. And we're gonna pretend that I'm going to a 2000s party, and this is how I would dress. And do my makeup. Back, and this is the final look. It's very simple. Just reminds me of like the late 90s, very early 2000s. So this is my favorite ever as far as like fashion looks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think of this look. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also tell me about, if you believe in the Mercury retrograde, tell me about your experience. Bye guys.